As Krikrog sends his clone over the precipice, the gang all stands and peers over the edge. A scream going, "Ah!" comes from Krikrog's ghost as it falls down, and there is a solid thud.
Is any tracks leaving this room from, like, say, a smallish barbarian kind of guy?
Yes. Can I get you to roll a survival check? We'll get you to roll a check to see if you figure it out.
3 doesn't work.
There are tracks, but they seem to be running haphazardly all over the joint. Hard to tell which one would have been the most recent.
What are you trying to do there?
I'm trying to see which way Calder went.
I got that. I got that easy. I'd like to try.
Halganov tries to find the tracks and figure out which direction Calder ran.
17 expertise.
Let me consult my notes.
I reckon he went to the fish because he's hungry. You know who else is hungry? Me. Let's go to the fish.
Don't you have half a rat?
Here's the whole rat.
It appears that Calder ended up running down the fire path towards the one labeled beast.
That was my other guess.
We want to go after him, or do we want to go separately?
I want to see this man in action.
Sure.
We teleport to the path of the beast.
As you traverse deeper into the cavern's bowels, the air grows thick with the acrid scent of smoke and the oppressive heat of an unseen inferno. The path before you twists and turns, guiding you inexorably forward through the searing heat until, at long last, you emerge into a desolate expanse. Before you lies an abandoned village, its once thriving homes now reduced to charred husks by the ravages of fire. I will now change the map.
Thank you, narrator.
So my initial impression from all these is that the flower path is not the path that gets you the flower. Is the flower path is the one that requires the flower to complete.
That was my idea. I think you need the flower to...
You need the flower to beat that path, you need the ghost to the ice path, you need the beast for this path, and you need to have the flower for the other path. But all of them will be locked, except for one of them.
Except for one that lets you progress the story. Now you're cooking.
Sorry.
Now we're cooking. Now we're talking.
This is fucking Caverns of Time from World of Warcraft, you...
So we need...
I've never ran Caverns of Time.
We need the flower to be able to let the boy pass. Okay. And we need the boy to have passed to be able to go in the ice direction.
At the town's edge, an impenetrable mist cloaks the landscape, swallowing light and sound. Attempting to penetrate it is met with eerie resistance, as if the mist guards the town's secret. Beyond lies a murky abyss in the depths, shrouded in silent allure. The only way forward appears to be northern, towards what appears to be a large mountain in the distance.
So, translation. There are invisible mists around the edge of this map. The only directions you can go are the direction you have come from, and you can go up here to continue. That's the two options. You can go into the town, check out all the houses and stuff.
Everything on this map is touchable. The second you try and go one step left of this map...
Yeah, it says, sorry, you can't go this way, and the mists block your path.
Are these houses still on fire, or are they just...
No, it's kind of like smoldering. So there was a fire at one point.
Trixie's gonna write.
I'll look for more tracks to see if I can find any more tracks.
Sure, I'll get you to roll another survival. What are you doing, Caleb? Sorry?
I search for
Trixie's
tracks.
writing more notes in a notebook.
You're chronologizing. Chronologizing?
Yeah.
I'm very close to the correct word.
Chronicalizing?
I suppose that's close enough. Yeah. The events.
Chronicling?
Chronicling. There we go.
Halkanov Swampweave looks at the ground and sees tracks of what appears to be a very light-footed, yet quick man running very fast northerly.
He just fucked us straight north immediately.
It is almost as if reading the tracks, you can hear a very quiet charge coming from the tracks.
How did he get past the golems? Did he just run past them?
No, you didn't have to go that way to go.
Yeah, you didn't have to go that way to go out. He just ran the other way and went straight through the door.
Alright, I reckon let's quickly try and catch up with the dwarf before he does anything that we can't undo.
Dwarf?
You human?
Who you calling a dwarf?
Human barbarian.
He was a human.
That's
man
right,
at the
sonny.
time.
World famous human barbarian.
We can always come back to this town later. Let's go.
Traveling northerly, you come across a rugged expanse of mountains where jagged peaks pierce the sky and swirling mist cloaks a hidden valley. There, perched precariously upon the precipice of a towering cliff, a short, old man stands with his arms crossed, his weathered face etched with confusion as he gazes out over the sprawling vista below. The wind whips through his tattered cloak, carrying with it the distant echoes of primal roars and the haunting cries of creatures that dwell within the shadowed depths of the mountain's embrace.
Okay, so you can sort of hear like primal yelling. Can I get you to roll a nature check, Mitch?
16, not proficient.
Okay. From the screaming and howling, you have identified that there are at least 3 kind of biggish sounding monsters in the like misted kind of area below, like this whole entire area. There's at least 3 sources of yelling coming from the precipice below where Calder is standing.
Okay.
You have not, however, identified the type of beast that it could possibly.
What was the path? What was the path that we went down here? What was it called?
Path of the beast.
This is a beast path.
So you see Calder standing on this precipice, arms folded, looking a little confused as he kind of stands out at you. Kind of occasionally hear like growls and yells.
Aren't you going to charge up any further?
Oh, it's you! Still alive, eh? I'm trying to figure out what's making that sound. Usually I'd just jump into the mist with my sword and rage until whatever there is dead. But my eyes ain't what they used to be, and whatever it is, keeps throwing rocks at me. You should duck, by the way. Immediately.
As the old man's voice cuts through the howling wind, a sense of urgency grips the party. Duck, he shouts. His words a desperate warning as a massive boulder hurtles overhead, its sheer size casting a shadow over the party, as it narrowly misses their heads, crashing into the mountainside with a deafening roar. The ground trembles beneath their feet, sending a cascade of loose rocks tumbling down the cliffside.
Good reflexes.
How far down does it look?
Probably only like 30 feet. It's not actually like that deep of a crust, but the mist is like heavily thick.
Do I think someone would take any damage from this fall?
30-foot fall? Yeah, you'll take damage. You'll take blood.
I have a solution. Go! And I get my clone to jump down and scream as he jumps down.
I just don't really want to.
Doesn't the clone disappear after 30 feet?
If it's within 30 feet of me, it stays. So I'm next to the cliff, and it jumps down.
Okay, so the clone is down there.
As Creekrog sends his clone over the precipice, the gang all stands and peers over the edge. A scream going, "Ah!" comes from Creekrog's ghost as it falls down, and there is a solid thud. Does your clone take full damage?
I don't know. I suppose it would. It's immune to statuses. Do you think it's alive?
I can't really see. Can
I
you?
try to swap places with it.
You are not able to.
I think it's dead. I saw my clone again.
Can I see these bushes? Like, up here?
It appears to be the tips of a very tall tree.
I look at the particle. How bad is it if we light them on fire?
Pretty bad.
Already tried it, sorry.
Oh.
You can kind of see, like, he kind of like pulls out like a torch that he has. He has a couple of them that he's like made from like shit that he stole from the fucking village. He's been hucking them in. How strong is the mist? I mean, it's very, very thick. They're also reminded there is a large like gale already blowing in this area. So if wind was going to blow away the mist, it already would be gone.
Do I have a general idea where the boulder came from?
I'll get you to roll perception.
6.
It came from the cavern below.
Amazing.
Whoa!
I have a different idea. I'm gonna get it to slide down this time, not jump.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
As Creekrog generates another clone and sends it sliding down the ravine, it appears to very slowly but surely make its way down. Upon landing on the ground, there is a loud roar from the beast below. Only something along those lines. Suddenly, Creekrog feels immediately that his clone has been squashed to death.
I want to take out my longsword.
Hello?
Yep.
I want to like hold it, like so it's pointing down the ravine, like I'm holding it out. I wanna let it go.
This is stupid. This is so stupid.
As Ravinia lets go of his longsword, a large gust of wind blows immediately and blows the sword off course, blowing it somewhere lost into the ravine below.
I click my fingers and make it.
Turn it to a hand.
Suddenly, his sword returns in his hand, as if Ravinia had never thrown it. Calder stands at him with a raised eyebrow.
Fucking magic users.
Krieg, could you make your Should you make another clone drop down there again, the same way you just did before?
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna read the text in the narrated voice for the next 5 attempts at putting Kyrock down the hole.
It goes down the hole, and then do we hear it like squeal and monkey noises happen below us?
Yes.
Yes, I want to cast Fairy Fire below us.
Okay. Yeah,
As it collides with the mist, the spell seems to halt in midair. Twists and turns and vibrates until a large lightning bolt shoots into the sky from where the spell had collided with the mist.
It's magical mist, isn't it? Says Calder.
I looked at the old man
It's
like,
tricksy, man.
It's a tricksy magic trick, isn't it?
I'll move up next to him
And push him off.
and kill him. Can I make a clone? Can I like sit right on the edge and make a clone here
Yeah.
and then swap places with it?
Yeah, you certainly can. Yeah, you're over there.
I'm alive. I didn't think I would be. Does someone else want to try teleporting across the gap? Hello?
I've got 50 feet of rope.
It's desperate when the 50 foot of rope comes out.
The toolbox. Hey, you! Kobold!
Yes?
Duck!
I duck.
A large boulder lands directly next to you, knocking off a little bit of this rock.
Oh, jeez. I start running this way.
Okay.
I scamper away.
The further you run into this direction, you can hear louder monkey yelling noises as you run towards that area.
I'm gonna hide under this tree.
What are we doing?
What have I missed?
Blake teleported over here and then immediately got another boulder thrown at him, so he scampered and he's hiding in this tree.
I want
Tom's trying to utilize rope to go down into the mystical death pit.
Don't fucking
I didn't want to do that.
Don't go into the mist pit.
You know what? Tom is actually standing right there. Tom, I'm gonna get you roll perception.
Not 10.
As Rainier is fiddling around with the rope in his bag, he stubs his toe on a rock. Falling down on his knee in pain, he quickly looks at the rock that has so gruesomely affected his toes. The rock appears to have some form of musical notation written on it. Although what it could be, he has no idea, for he is not a musician.
Hey, old timer. Have you seen this?
Yeah, but I'm not much of a musician. Hard to whistle with no teeth.
It doesn't matter.
I look back at the pipe. Does anyone know anything about music?
I can play the horn.
I got nothing.
Oh, there's no bagpipe users this campaign? That's insane.
That's what.
I go around and look at the other rocks.
Yep. I'll shortcut you. The only rock with any important musical notation is the one that you have just discovered.
I stab it.
Oh, it is a rock.
No.
Yeah, it has a small blunt trauma on it.
No,
I can make your life hard and be like, I teleport to go to the other map.
when he strikes the rock, the magical force field that keeps the dungeon in a stable condition prevents the rock from getting any damage.
We just have a rock.
It's embedded into the ground. You can't take it with you. Tom searching and trying to dig in. The rock appears to be buried quite deep into the cliff. Trying to dig and remove the rock might what's the term?
5.
Might compromise the stability of the outcropping that you are standing on. 5, unfortunately, it is mostly just a tree. You do find a beehive, and the bees are not happy that you have found them.
Oh,
Interesting.
oh, bother. I'm gonna sacred flame the beehive.
Yeah, you certainly can.
I try and just tap. I don't try and smash it. I just try and tap it with my short sword.
As Creekrock uses his god's divine magic to attack a colony of harmless bees, the hive is roasted, and a delicious smell of burnt sugar rises from the hive.
I float like a person floats towards a pine.
Like a cartoon character.
Towards burnt sugar.
I'm gonna go up to this fucking rock that he keeps fucking fumbling with.
I shout out to Kriegor. Is there any rocks with notes on them or symbols on your island?
Yeah.
Let me try to roll for
breaking free of sugar.
A wisdom saving throw.
Yes. I'll go look for specifically rocks with musical notes on them.
Yeah, I'll get you to roll another investigation then.
6 this time.
I don't think.
No! I'll go back to the honey.
Yeah. he's unsuccessful.
Walk up and down. I don't even look.
he does a guy look. He's like, nope, can't see him. Sorry.
I like to jump.
Finally, someone said they'd like to jump.
I'm fine to pause here. I'll run Mitch jumping and we can call it there. Like, we can pick this up literally any other day.
We're either going to end on nothing happening or the biggest cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay.
As he tumbles down.
Mitch, can I get a athletics check for me?
I have the distance.
Oh, you got the distance, 100%. It's gonna be there's harsh winds blowing the entire time.
Yep. Athletics, you said?
Athletics.
Yeah. 16. Ah, that's not as. Well,
Whose team are you on?
Sorry,
I wanted the cliffhanger, Blake.
As Halkanov jumps over the gap and the winds try to push him southerly towards this direction, he manages to pirouette in midair and grab the side of the cliff and bring himself up.
And then I like to duck.
Yeah, you duck as a rock fucking immediately slams into the side of the wall.
You haven't heard my next plan yet.
What is your
Is
next
it
plan?
ducking?
Repeatedly throw my sword at the different rocks on Blake's island.
That's some accuracy, and that will take some time. Reminder that we do have a timer. It's a day, but who knows how long this whole thing will take.
5 hours. We don't have much time.
Yes, right, yeah. There's only 5 hours on the timer.
Oh no!
Because no one said it was the 24-hour clock. Someone knows, but they didn't say anything.
All right, let's call it here. We can pick it up later.